What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another episode review of the Braxtons. Okay. Hopefully this is not gonna be probably I hope it's just like 15 minutes. Cause listen, it's getting better. I'm not saying that it was bad, but I'm saying look at my hair. Look at my hair. It's been bothering me this whole time, and I don't know why it's like this. I really don't. But anyway, what's that? So it's getting better. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean by getting better, meaning like we're getting back into um it's not so heavy, but it is still kind of heavy. But we still saw a little bit of light moments. This episode is called Family Legacy, okay? And I just came out of this episode and I just felt so bad for Lil Kevin and Kevin Senior. And I'm gonna explain why when we get there. Okay. Um So in this episode, we got Trina and Vaughn, and Tawanda and Sean. They went down to Baltimore. Okay, that's how y'all say it. Y'all say Baltimore, Baltimore, T, G, U. That's how you see it. You know. Anyway, I love y'all so much. That accent is so funny for me. And Trina, she fits right in. Y'all keep on trying to tell me that's somewhat of a Baltimore accent that she got. I ain't never heard nobody sound Canadian in Baltimore like that. But all right, for the people that's out there, y'all know what it is better than I do. But anyway, moving on. So they out there, and girl, this is bothering me so bad. This is bothering me so bad, and I don't know what that is. Okay, keep it like that. But anyway, so they down there. I guess they rented out an Airbnb or whatever so that they can all be there. It just seeing Trina and Twanda there together and everybody getting together and just acting like kids. That's what they was acting like. Trina and Twanda always act like kids together, and I just like their relationship. And let me tell you something. Trina, baby, I don't know if it was a good idea for you to come back on this show, or at least for your man to come back on this show. Because if the people didn't really have that good things to say about your man in Braxton Family Values, which we liked him after seeing last week's episode, and then that freaking video that y'all did afterwards, and the thing that he was saying and the way that he was talking, baby, it's something about him that it rubbed a lot of people wrong. Okay, it rubbed a lot of people wrong. You are a grown man, and just because your wife is grieving somebody that was her friend that used to be her ex, you should have been there for her. Okay, you should have been way more understanding. I really feel like it was that fragile masculinity that was going on. Your ego was being bruised for no reason. That was some insecurity on your own part. Okay, fine, that did not make you look good. And then the accompaniment of the video that y'all did afterwards, it really didn't make you look good at all. Okay, people was talking mess. I'm just gonna be real. That's just what it was. And I didn't like it either, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you knew who your wife was, you know that your wife is in love with you, and you know that your wife was friends with that man, and you said he was a good man, especially to the kids. But yet you still had an issue with her grieving him the way that he was he was being grieved, okay? And it was similar to the way that she was grieving Tracy. She loved them both dearly, okay? Just because, and I'll say this again, just because depending on how the relationship went, I really do not feel like people truly stopped loving the person that they were with. Even the ones I've seen it, and this is how come you get those people that be in abusive relationships and then they leave and then all of a sudden they go back because they're not over it. Even though they know that it's wrong, they know what's going on is wrong, and they know what they're being put through is wrong, and they shouldn't be putting up with it and all this stuff. And that's technically not love to be having your be all the time, or putting somebody putting their hands on you anytime. That's just not it. But then they'll leave, but then they'll come back because they still got some semblance of love from it. Just, oh, you did a bad thing, but for some reason I still love you. It's hard to stop loving some people unless something truly, truly terrible happens. That's what I feel. Okay, even if you do break up, you still like, man, I used to love that nigga. I kind of still do, but fuck him. It'd be one of those type of things, okay? And I get it. I get it. So Vaughn, I hope after all of this stuff that went down, you got a little bit more understanding and you go talk to yourself in the goddamn mirror, because that just really was embarrassing if you ask me. I mean, it was real. It was real. You wasn't lying about it. You wasn't sugarcoating your feelings or whatever. But that was kind of embarrassing. But anyway, moving on from that. Moving on from that. So yeah, they're gonna meet up with little Kevin after they get settled. But before they meet up with him, they're gonna go do some little go karting and everything. And that was the fun aspect of this episode. I like the funness that they had with the go kart. It's like sometimes I feel like when we become adults, we put on so much responsibilities on ourselves, or we be thinking so much about how we need to do this, we need to do that sometimes we forget to have fun. Okay. Just because you get older does not mean that you have to stop having certain type of fun. I just saw like four big kids, having fun playing on the go-karts and, placing first, second, and third and all of that stuff. And, they trying to figure out when Sean gonna get married to Twanda. Listen, let me tell you something. I was with Vaughn and Trina, and when they said, so you in Braxton Family Values sat down and you asked, I did it, for Tawanda's hand in marriage, for his approval, and you ain't do nothing with it. Now, mind you, at this point in time, during the filming of this, she has not been engaged yet, but as we'll see later on in the season, and as we know now, he finally did propose to her. He proposed to her doing one of Tony's shows that she was doing in Vegas, the Cedric and her show. Yeah, it was real cute. So, and I'ma just say this, Sean, what the hell been going on with you? Baby, business must be booming over there because listen, you ain't skipping no meal. That's that happy way. That's that love way. I was like, damn, Sean. Now, see, I know it's only been a couple of years since we seen you on TV, and then you pop back up and you got a gut on you. I said, oh, I know she just be rubbing that shit. Cause come rub mine. All right. I was like, they look so happy together. Regardless of how I feel about what Vaughn did, I do think like Trina really do love that man, and Vaughn really do love her. But he just had a misstep of insecurity, a little fragileness of the ego. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they fix that, and it doesn't cause any more problems, and everything gets together and be all right. We see Tamar, she does the little, what is it, podcast. Each and every time they bring up that podcast, I cannot ever remember the name of it. Oh my God. When we had the story about, because this was the same podcast where she threw shade at K Michelle, and K Michelle clapped back at her ass and all that stuff, and was trying to lie and say that she wasn't talking about him, and oh well, if I didn't mention the name, bitch, we already know. I still couldn't remember the name right in there, and why did I just forget it now? Oh my goodness, y'all will put it in the comments and it'll come to me as soon as I finish. But she was on there just giving her talking about her journey. Let me just tell you this, and I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I'm trying. I am so trying, and not being so, negative when it comes to Tamar. But when I tell you that whole situation, out of all of the stuff that Tamar has done on the negative side, the whole plan with the mental health situation, I'm gonna keep bringing it up because it keeps being brought up in this show. It disturbed me so bad, and it just irritated my spirit so bad because I am a person who deals with mental health issues. Okay, I've had my bouts of depressions. All right, and sometimes it get real bad. Okay, and I know there are other people who does too, but for her to be sitting up here and to talk about how she's actively in therapy. That's what she told her mama last week. And then to be on this podcast and to talk about how, the things that she's going forth and, how she values mental health and all this stuff. But yet, you're talking so positively about it, and the steps that you're going and how you're a proponent of it, getting help for it and all this stuff, which is great. Because, we all know what happened to Tamar and the situation that went down a few years ago where she almost wasn't going to be here anymore. Okay. And regardless of how I may feel, that would have been terrible. I'm going to be honest. That would have been terrible, and that would have hurt. Okay. That would have hurt because you don't want somebody to get so deep in themselves that they feel like they're not worth being here on this earth, especially when they got kids and, they got people that actually do love them. You know what I'm saying? So that would have really hurt. Okay. But at the same time, you know that you're going through what you're going through, and then you get on Twitter and do what you did a couple of weeks ago or so. weaponizing and playing with mental health just to get some goddamn attention and to get people to talk about you. Like, that really just irks me. And so every time I hear her talking about it on the show, even though we know that this show was pre-recorded before now, it still bothers me. It gets on my nerves, okay? It just leaves a nasty taste in my mouth because, bitch, why would you do that? And then what irks me, too, is like people giving her a pass for it. It's like people just really overlooking the fact that she did this shit. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's why she keeps doing the stuff that she does. But, she talking about that she was working on the album. That's what we need to be hearing about. What are the ventures that you're coming out with? You got the book venture. You got the album that you've been working on forever. Your fans are really, really, really waiting and anticipating this new album. They haven't had an album from you in years. Okay, that's what I want you to keep your focus on. Fuck the social media shit. Put the social media stuff out there once you get ready for the album. Honestly, Tamar, I don't know what type of PR people or what type of team that you got right about now, but I'm gonna just be real with you because I don't want to see you fail, regardless. And see, that's the type of somebody gonna say something. You just need to let her go. Like that's done. But I'm not an evil person. I don't want to see people who actually got talent. Okay. And I know the talent and I know what they're capable of. I don't want to see them fail in that aspect. I want to see her to be able to turn things around and to, get out here and to do great things. Now, when this new album comes out or when it's about to come out, baby, I'm gonna need you to scrunch up all of the goddamn change that you got and get the best team that you need to because we need a real PR rollout. Okay, we need some real rollout so that people can be talking about it. We don't have to have no stupid antics or whatever, dramatic antics. We need a real proper album rollout to get the people talking, to get it anticipated. Put a single out with the tongue. Oh my God, that's so great. Put the video out. Oh shit, let me go ahead and bump this. Oh bitch, I can't wait till the next song. I can't wait till the next album. We need something like that, right? And I'm saying this because we've seen what it been like for a few girls that's like they putting their albums out and it's getting nothing. And it's very much unfortunate because the albums that they have been putting out actually was good. I feel so bad for Normani. Okay. I had to throw that up in there because where the hell is Normani? Normani has been gone for a minute and she really was going through some stuff with both of her parents were sick with cancer at the same time. And then, the stuff with the label, the stuff with her management and all that stuff. It's just like everything just wasn't going right. And all of a sudden she put the album out and left. Baby, we ain't got no live performance. We ain't got a music video. Another one, that actually popped. Okay, we ain't got none of that. And I'm just like, damn girl, the last time I heard about her doing something, oh, we sound crazy. That's what the name of the podcast is. See how they just came to me? We sound crazy. Bitch, listen, Normani was supposed to perform at the BET Awards and then she messed her leg up. Was it the BET Awards? Yeah, it was the BET Awards. And she suffered an injury during rehearsal. And then we ain't seen her on shit since. At least I haven't. And it's like, girl, did you forget about the album that you had? You got Chloe Bailey that came out, and I feel bad for her too. But I really just feel like at this point, Chloe may be trying to get off of Columbia. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but maybe that's what you got to do because they are not putting the money or the focus on you the way that you need to. And Parkwood, y'all kind of dropped the ball on that too. They're my peoples. They're my peoples. But the way y'all popped out and said, "Oh, she having an album coming out in 2 days," girl, she ain't that type of artist that can just sell some stuff or whatever and get the people talking or whatever like that. And after just popping something out for 2 days, girl, no, she need a little bit of promo, okay? And she needs some singles that's gonna stick, and that's just what it is. But I really feel like Chloe make music because she felt this is what she feels, and she makes it for herself, which is fine for me because I like the last album, Pussy in Paradise. That shit was everything. All right. Favorite is still my song. I still listen to that, especially when the sun out. I'll be outside doing my little exercise and stuff. You know what I love the most? That is my shit, bitch. Okay, everybody like bros. That's cute or whatever. We like to play with ourselves. That's fine. That's fine. But favorite is my joint, bitch. Okay. But anyway, moving on from that, that's what I want. I want to see. Regardless, I want to see the girl succeed. Okay. I don't have an evil bone in my body for motherfuckers. And you see how I just said earlier how you say, oh, bitch, you can't stand. I don't see people really saying that they like not loving a person or whatever. At the end of the day, I can't stand what she did, but I can't fully write the bitch off. Okay, but at the same time, it's just whatever. It's complicated as shit, bitch. It is what it is. I just want to see people succeed. We need to have more black people out here, more black women out here doing their things or whatever. And I want her to be in that number. She is. It's a period right about now where people who are older, who are not the typical 20 teens or 25-year-old, 30-year-olds that are actually making it, being successful. These people are coming in later on in life and they be finding great success. And she needs to be one of that. She needs to get that fire back. Okay. And I don't know what she got to do, but she gonna have to do something. Okay. Moving on from that, you know, that was cute. She working out or whatever, relatable. But that assistant, I was so goddamn confused when he was punching that goddamn boxing bag. I said, listen, nah, I ain't in the best shape. I'm getting there. But baby, the way he was, I said, just sit this out. Just sit this out. Okay. I said, no. But yeah. And what makes me so mad about men, this is one of the one things that I really cannot stand about y'all men. Y'all can be chunky. Y'all can even be fat. Y'all go to the gym consistently for 30 goddamn days and you drink a green fucking smoothie every damn day. Bitch, y'all have abs by the end of the month. Meanwhile, us women, girl, we only look like we lost 2 pounds. if that, cause we got PCOS, we got hormones, we got estrogen, we got all of this shit that's just stopping us from losing the weight that we need to lose right away. But you niggas just get up there, y'all lift up a weight one time and bitch, 15 pounds fall out the next day. God damn. God damn. And I say that because if he gets serious about his little workout, I'm telling you, in a couple of weeks, he'll start seeing the difference. That motherfucker was hitting that boxing bag like, I said, why would you do that? But why would you do that? That shit was funny though. But anyway, moving on from there, let's just get back to what we really came here for about this episode. So they finally gone here and they rented out, went to a restaurant, had the dining room set out. Trina and them, they thought that it was just gonna be Trina, Michael, Lil Kevin, and the daddy. Okay, and they partners or whatever. Girl, they was a little bit surprised when a family friend Denise showed up. Mikey Jr. and his son and his baby mama showed up. Everybody was just like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" And then of course you had little Kevin, and this is where I felt so bad because clearly you could tell that he is dealing with a lot, and it's like, how do you judge the level of pain and suffering or grief that somebody is going through and compare it to another person? Because in this situation, you literally have family, blood that are going through terrible things with this whole situation. You have sisters, you have siblings and a brother, who is missing their sister. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that they grew up with, somebody they lived in the same household with, shared a lot of things with as children, you know. And then you have a son who all his life he known his mama. And now that one person that he loved so much, that was his friend, his confidant, everything, is no longer here. You know, and then on top of that, he's going through a divorce and it's getting ugly. And then he going to jail because of the whole situation of the divorce and not showing up that he didn't know or whatever. It's a lot. And when he sat down at that table and as he was talking and you look at his face, you could tell that he tired. And I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but you can just look at he is tired. Okay. And I just want him to get some relief. I want him to get some sleep. I want him to get some rest. I want them to take him out on a vacation and just let him try to get his mind off of things for a few minutes, for a few days or whatever. Because you could tell that he is mentally and physically and emotionally spent. And I felt so bad when he was talking about the whole situation of, his mama not being there, how he misses mom, and you got his cousin Michael Jr., who was just asking, what do you need from us to be there for you, because we're here for you. And his whole thing was similar to some of what a lot of us go through. Like, I don't want to come to y'all with all my problems or whatever, because I don't want to burden you. And then his whole thing is, if I come to you with everything that I got going on, looking for y'all to help, what does that say about me and leave me as a man to do? It comes to that. And I'm like, you got to drop that. Because at the end of the day, if you are hurting, if you are going through stuff, that is what family and friends are for. Real family and real friends will understand. Because, yeah, they may be going through some things too, but they understand your situation as well, and they're going to help you out. Okay? Even if it's just to get you out the house for a little bit, or to try to make you laugh or whatever. You ain't even really got to talk about everything at that moment. It's just to get your mind out of it. You know what I'm saying? They need to put eyes on you. And that's what Tawanda kept on saying. I just need to put eyes on them. I just need to put eyes on them. I think Tawanda and Trina was saying that. Because Trina had got on the phone and talked to Tony, and they brought up the daddy. It was like, would you be willing to sit down and have a conversation with him? Bitch, Trina said negative no. Okay, we are not about to do that. And I was just like, damn. And the way whatever, what's her name, Tony, she's always been a peacemaker, and her whole thing is, I mean, I could sit down and talk to him, but the family feels some type of way, and Trina feels as strongly as she does because of the way that the whole funeral and Tracy's death went, and how he put some negative things out there in the press. And I remember hearing about that, how I think either he didn't want them at the funeral and some other stuff was going on, and I had no idea it was a little bit deeper than that. And that's part of the reason why little Kevin and him are not in the same space and not getting along. You know what I'm saying? And even after all of this stuff that was going on, and the negative things that they had to say about Kevin Sr., which I'm pretty sure in their minds and what was going on with their family, it probably was warranted. Okay, I can understand that, but at the same time, I do feel bad for Kevin Sr., because we have to remember that that was his wife for multiple years. Okay, over 20 years, that was his wife. You know what I'm saying? And he is also in the process of grieving. And so you could say part of his actions of what he probably did that offended the family and offended his son is because of his way of trying to process the grief. Because he's going through grief too, and he don't know how to go about it. You know what I'm saying? So he lashing out by taking it out on this person and that person or whatever. We don't know. Okay. But I get it that they could be upset. Oh, that probably was his kid. That other girl that came in with Mikey, was that his? That's a couple of his friends. How many kids does Michael got? Oh, okay, I'll have to look it up later. But anyway, so you got that going on, and yeah, I do feel bad for him. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, this is why I say, like, weddings and deaths and family brings out so much in the family and people. Either you're gonna get the good or you're gonna get the bad, and it's just gonna reveal a whole bunch of shit to the people. And that's just what's been going on. And look, Kevin dealing with it with his father, and what we gather from that is his father is upset or feeling some type of way that little Kevin was giving all of this authority to take over his mama estate. He was named the executive of her estate, right? And so, you got all of that going on, and Trina and little Kevin went to go see Antavius, who is the family lawyer, and to basically clear up everything, to let him know, like, no, you did nothing wrong. Your mother was in her right mind. And basically, Kevin Sr. basically feels as though um Tracy left all of this stuff to Kevin Jr. when she was going through what she was going through with her illness, and therefore thinking that she was not in her right place of mind to be making these type of decisions, right? And so that's why he felt some type of way about it. But then as we hear And Tavius talk about it, and as we hear Lil Kevin talk about it, Lil Kevin said this stuff was already been placed in plans, that he was going to get everything from her, like control of her image, control of her likeness, control of her brand, control of her estate or whatever, being the executive of her estate and all that stuff. She left that and put that in a will or whatever years before she got sick. So she was very much lucid. She was very much in her right mind. And Tavia said when she got sick and all that stuff, and they was talking, each conversation that they had together, he recorded it, and she allowed him to record it, and she was very much lucid. Okay, and so it's no corrosion. It's no, oh, she was out of her mind and she didn't know what she was talking about. Basically saying yes, she fully knew and was aware of what she was saying and who she wanted to leave in charge and to have, priority over her estate. And that was Lil Kevin. And Kevin Sr. can't get over that. He can't get past that. And the fact that they brought up they feel like it's a possibility that he could be jealous. He could be jealous. And I can see that, but you don't want to say that a parent is jealous of their child, even though that we know that that happens. But and I look at parents real crazy when I see them being jealous of their kids. Like, what the fuck is your problem? Okay, but at the same time, this could be part of him grieving. And also, when Lil Kevin said, "But you got to remember, you married into this family. I was born into it." I said, "Wait a minute." Baby, we ain't heard Lil Kevin talk this much in Braxton Family Values. I'm sitting here like, man, he really has grown up. Okay, because when we first saw him, he just he was not talking like this. And I just said, you know what? He was forced to grow up and everything. So there it is. And I said, that's a word right there. And so, I feel bad for him. He's struggling with all of this stuff, and then you got to deal with the mess with your wife, soon to be ex-wife, and then going back and forth with your father who should have been there, or you would think something like this. And see, that just goes to show how this family is, and not just them, but how it is with a lot of families. You would think death of a close loved one would bring people together instead of taking them apart. And as we see in this situation, it literally did not bring the sisters together, and it just, further distance Lil Kevin and his daddy. And that's very much unfortunate. I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like Tracy would be disappointed with the way, and somebody may feel the way that I feel some type of way of me saying it, but the fact that they didn't come close together and they didn't put aside all of their differences and try to make things right, the fact that, Lil Kevin and Big Kevin are going through what they're going through, you can't tell me that she won't be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? But I really do pray that they get that together. But baby, that ending part when Trina came home and was trying to tell them what was going on, and how production wanted Lil Kevin, Big Kevin, and the daddy to have a scene together. Papa Michael Braxton, you know, um is the daddy name Michael Braxton? Daddy Braxton, okay. Yeah. When all that shit went down, bitch, Tawanda said, "What the fuck? Why would you think to put that together? And who told you to do that?" And if they basically said, "We don't want to give him any more exposure on our platform." And I said, "Damn, shit is really deep." And I feel like it's some more shit that's going on. That we don't know about. And I do feel bad for the sense that, yeah, we know that Tracy and Kevin Sr. probably was going through that stuff, but at the end of the day, we know that that man loved her through and through. And I just feel bad that they got to go through this, because we know that they had their issues. They really wasn't seeing eye to eye when they was on Braxton Family Values. They never really saw it for Kevin Sr. Okay, they never really saw it for him. And this, her passing and him putting on the funeral in her will, she didn't want a funeral. She didn't want people grieving her like that and being sad and all that stuff. But Kevin Sr. took over, and he went on ahead and had the funeral, a public funeral. And that's not what Tracy wanted. And he technically didn't have the right to do that, because even though that is her husband or whatever, she left all of the arrangement in her will to Kevin Jr. And Kevin Jr. was going to follow everything that she wanted to the T. but he butted in and went on ahead and made a whole, actual funeral and all that stuff. And I was just like, this is a lot. This is a lot. This shit is so deep. Honestly, if this show, I'm just gonna be real with y'all, if it doesn't come back for another season, I would not be surprised. At this moment, I'm glad, this is cute or whatever, seeing them and we getting a little bit of update about Tracy and all this stuff, and the grieving process or whatever. But at the same time, I honestly don't feel like we really needed this if it was going to be like this. And it's just opening up a lot of wounds. It's opening up a lot of wounds that probably haven't even fully healed yet. It hasn't even put the first layer of scalp on it. And then you got that, and add in public opinion and social media fodder and all of that stuff. I just want to do it. But yeah, you guys tell me how y'all felt about the episode. And again, the episodes have been coming on, like they come on TV 8:30 my time on WeTV at night, but on Fridays, right? But the episode already be up on the All Black app. So that's why I'm watching it right now, and it's 5 o'clock. So y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and yeah, I will see you guys later. I hope y'all have a beautiful weekend. I gotta work, so do what you do with that. Peace.